Hello everyone, we are students from the IE department of the Chinese University of Hong Kong. This is our final year project, and our project is called Measurement-Based Competitive Analysis of Personal Cloud-Based Storage Services. Our aims of the project is to get much closer to difference of the services between the clouds chosen. About the cloud we choose, they are Quantum, 3Ds, and Qiniu. Why are we choosing them? First, due to the Great Wall developed by the Chinese government, the service may be different in different parts of the world. Second, they have huge capacity like Dropbox and Google Drive. Thirdly, they have a lot of active users, which means they are popular for using. How do we carry out our measurement? We have developed our own web-based tools in order to measure the uploading and downloading speed of the clouds. We also use Wireshark to capture the package flow between the server and client computer. More details on this will be described in the methodology part. After the collection of the data by the tools and online research, we have done analysis on them. The results are being placed on the poster. To test the server performance, we have uploaded and downloaded different sizes of files, which is 30, 60, and 90 MB to and from the server. To measure the speed, we take the data 1 to 2 hours each time with a short intervals. To analyze the protocol, we capture the package by Wireshark from the start of the actions to the end. Here is the overview functions adapted in clouds. For sharing files, Quantum and 3Ds users can share files through API. For Qiniu, users share files through download link of the file. For encryption transport, Quantum and 3Ds are SSL. It is cryptographic protocols designed to provide communication security over the Internet. Qiniu is using TLS version 1. Apart from the functions stated in SSL, the HTTPS protocol to their web browser is added as new function which strengthening the security. For encryption storage, Quantum is AES-256. It is a specification for the encryption of electronic data. 256 is the key length. Qiniu is also AES but with the key length 12 bits. However, we cannot find any details about 3Ds on it. For the duplication, Quantum and 3Ds will not upload the file again if copies of files exist. However, Qiniu will replace the original file to the storage. Quantum is developed by Kingsoft and released on the April of 2010. The users of it have exceeded 120 million. The operating platforms cover Windows, Mac, Ubuntu, etc. Quantum also provides a self-developed encryption system in file storage. Also, it can synchronize the files on the computer and mobile devices. In the authorization and the working flow of the application, the client first develops the application. The authorization server will then send back the consumer key and consumer secret. Next, the client will send the request for visiting the resource owner to the authorization server. The server then sends back the temporary authorization token. After that, the client will guide the resource owner to authorize the application for visiting the resource owner. Besides, the client will send the request for getting the access token. The resource owner will return back the access token to the client so as to finish the authorization process. Finally, the client calls the API function by the consumer key and access token to resource server, and then the resource server returns the request data to the client. About the protocol involved in uploading, the client first sends the request to the server. The server then synchronizes with the client after confirming the request. The data then will be started to be transmitted. In downloading, the client first sends the request to the server. After the server sends back the acknowledgement, the data will be transmitted. Quantum uses PHP function gets in downloading files and use puts in uploading files. In uploading, the uploading speed of 60 MB files is the highest. Generally, it seems that there is no significant trend for the 30 MB and 90 MB files. We may say that 60 MB file size is the saturation speed of uploading. For downloading speeds, it fluctuates between 0.2 and around 5 megabits per second. There is no general trend for it. For the encryption methods, Quantum uses SSL for transmission, while for cloud server storage, it uses AES-256, fragmentation for data storage, and HTTPS for the data encryption during transmission. Now move on to FreeDisk. It is developed by Bruce Chan a few years ago. The basic memory is 2 GB and can be increased to 100 GB as maximum. The three operating platforms are Windows, Android, and iOS. Also, files can be synchronized from the client's computer to the cloud server and with the file sharing function. The server can also separate the memory for different applications allowed by the client for different users. Therefore, the applications cannot access the memory of each other unless the user allows it. The authorization of the self-developed application is similar as Quantum. First, authorization is requested from the resource owner. Then the application can pass the authorization grants to authorization server to get the access token. After the access token is got, the application finally can get access the user cloud memory. On the protocol side, FreeDisk is also similar as Quantum. For uploading, the handshake for starting up connection and end is similar as Quantum, but the ACK in transmission is sent every 2 packets of data is sent. For downloading, the server is synchronized with client before accepting the request of resource. After the speeding, the graph shows that the file with highest uploading speed is 30 MB file, which is 3 to 4 megabits per second, while the other two speeds are similar. For downloading, the fastest one is 90 MB on average. They have similar speeds around the 2 megabits per second. On the encryption of FreeDisk, we just found out that the transmission is using SSL. However, the encryption on the server is not found at this stage. We will continue to do the searching on it in the next semester. For Qinu, it is founded in 2011. New users has 10 GB basic memories and the maximum file size for uploading is 100 megabytes. Except cloud storage, the cloud also deals with image processing on file, audio, video processing, and provides FTP function for users. In order to protect the resource, Qinu requires the upload, download, and access requests to have separate verification and have different tokens. You can look at the poster for the uploading process. For downloading process, it can be divided into public and private. Public downloading needs to create URL. Then it sends the request and receives the response. For private downloading, it's just similar to the uploading. Then let's look at the uploading protocol. Based on TLS, the special things are that the client needs to send a client hello. The server returns certificates and the client sends a client key exchange. For downloading, it is just a general downloading process you can see on the poster. Here shows our data. The uploading speed of 60 MB file is the fastest. We may conclude that the speed for uploading is increased when the file size from 30 MB to 60 MB and decrease from 60 MB to 90 MB. The downloading speed is much higher for the file size of 30 MB than other two file sizes. The reason may be it is saturated at the file size of 30 MB. For the encryption method, it uses TLS to encrypt and transmit the data, which is different from the above two. To prevent the action is captured by the others, the token encryption is using URL safe base 64 encode and HMAC SHA1. Lastly, the cloud storage is distributed storage system. To sum up, for speeding, there exist some trends and saturation points as the different file size for clouds. like the uploading speed for Quampen and FIDIS. For downloading, FIDIS has more steady speed with various file size. For transmission protocol, Quampen and FIDIS have similar protocol, like the general server and client communication. But for the TNU, it has different protocol. The difference, that the cloud can keep up the connection until users finish all the operation. In encryption side, all clouds are having the encryption in transport layer. This is the basic encryption for protecting the client's data. Moreover, different storage methods in clouds like distributed storage or fragmentation storage can make the cloud more safe. In the next semester, we are planned to use the PlanetLab, which is a joint university research network, to have a much larger scale research on speeding. Second, we will look into the trunking and bundling of the clouds to get more comparison between them. Third, to tackle the large amounts of data, we will develop a MATLAB tools for the data analysis. And this is the end. Thank you for watching.